LeBron James has been ruled out for the Pelicans game due to a foot injury. And this foot injury doesn't seem serious. It says that it's like he's dealing with like a foot sprain or something. That's what they're saying, but then again, you never know with LeBron. I know some people are going to be skeptical because he's sitting out the Pelicans game. The Pelicans are one of the worst teams in the NBA right now. They could possibly be the worst team. I haven't checked their record. Last time I checked was a week ago, and they were like at the bottom of the Western Conference. But it could be serious. The only reason I'm going to say this, granted, I wouldn't be surprised if it's load management. But even if it's load management, it's kind of risky to do what LeBron's doing right now because you'll see the point I'm going to make. So to make these all NBA teams, you have to play 65 games in an NBA season. So I'll repeat it again. You have to play 65 games in an NBA season. LeBron has already missed 14 games. And he's not going to play tonight, so that'll make it 15 games. So that means the maximum amount of games from this point forward that LeBron can play in for the rest of the season is 67 games. That's barely above the 65 game threshold. Maybe he'll be able to play all these games, but I'm kind of skeptical he will. So it's kind of like a huge risk LeBron's taking by sitting out because if he just misses two more games, three more games, he's going to be disqualified from making an all NBA team. And some people may say, like, well, LeBron doesn't care about this stuff. And I strongly disagree. I think LeBron cares a lot about these accolades. It's like the only reason he's playing right now for is to get more accolades, whether it's these useless milestones he's getting due to his longevity that are these other meaningless records. That's why he plays. That's really the biggest thing he has going for him. And I've said it for a while that LeBron will continue to play until he can no longer make NBA All-Star games or all NBA teams. Because if he continues to make these all NBA teams and All-Star games, he remains relevant as a great player in the eyes of the media. And his fans can keep pushing him and saying that, well, he's still great and blah, 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 blah. But if he's not able to get all NBA team appearances, if he's not able to make all-star games, then it's official that he's declined and he's no longer a great player. I think that's a major thing for LeBron's camp, and they know it too. That's why he has to keep making these all NBA teams. He has to keep making all-star games to push the narrative that LeBron is still great. And if he's not winning titles, it's because he doesn't have the right team around him, and the Lakers need to get better and all this other stuff. That's been the argument the last 3-4 years now, since the Lakers have been pretty much irrelevant since 2020, for being honest. They haven't been a contender since then. I know some people argue the year they got to the Western Conference Finals and lost to the Nuggets, but even that was a fluky run. If we're being honest here, they haven't been a legit contender in a while with LeBron, but the argument has been like, well, LeBron's still great. Look, he's making these All-Star games, all NBA teams. It's the Lakers. They're the issue. They're not putting the right teammates around him for him to win. They're not doing their job while LeBron's still great, which to some degree you can argue the Lakers did not put the right team around him, you can say to some degree, but more of it is on LeBron because he's declined so much that he's no longer a guy that can carry a team to win a lot of regular season games. Hence why he needs even more help now with the Lakers. So I think that was always their argument, and that argument goes out of the window the moment LeBron stops making All-Star games, all NBA teams. And it's clear this year that Luka is the best player on the Lakers, and you can say that Austin Reeves is the second best player. So far, statistically, he's miles ahead of LeBron. LeBron's now the third option. So maybe the end is near. If LeBron can somehow miss an all NBA team, which I think is very possible now, if he just misses a few more games, he's out of that one. The next question is, will he get a pity All-Star game appearance? When I say a pity appearance, in the sense that the fans vote him in, and then the players and coaches also agree with him being a starter. That's the only way he can get in. I just wonder, will they actually decide to snub him for the All-Star game? That's my hope. If he gets snubbed for the All-Star game, then we can have talks and be honest about how he's on the decline now, which I think people have been in denial for years. So that's all I wanted to point out.